Welcome everyone. You are tuning in for the Tier 3 finals. Facing off, we have Kiss My Inlaws, another team from the Kiss
really?
My family. Yeah, well,
Kiss
also
My
Kiss My
family.
family, maybe misworded.
I don't know. Kiss my teams, kiss my family. It's next season's.
Absolutely. On the other side of the field, we have Dime Bougie, the young upstarts. They faced off a round ago. Last time, Dime Bougie without their quarterback, Jules Regenbald, who's a dominant force in this league. Great arm, really coming along as a quarterback. On the other side, Iggy Magnets. The dude is just really good play caller, really good system, and confident in his reads. Really well-built teams on both sides of the ball. How do you think this will go?
This is your typical FPF clash between veteran players who are not necessarily football players, who've learned to play FPF, learn the systems, know how to score in this league, versus football players who are athletes, who are really good at catching footballs and stuff outdoors.
Yeah.
When it comes to inside FPF, they have to learn the gimmicks and the small things. So there's a bigger chance that Dime Bougie has more potential later season, 2023-24, whereas right now, Kiss My Inlaws might be able to squeak by with a few drives where, well, the concept wasn't there. We had a bad play call. The guys were standing in the same spot. The field's a little bit too short and a little bit too narrow for what we're used to. So you might be able to get by with a few mistakes, but this is a typical clash of FPF between veterans and like up-and-comer potentials.
Absolutely. Iggy Magnets coming off a championship season in co-ed where he would 51 touchdowns and 0 interceptions during the season. Absolutely insane. He's a dude who told me he literally almost gave up quarterbacking. And we had a conversation where I said, Iggy, I tell you, if I can do it, literally anybody can, because I'm literally anybody. And he's done so well. He's been absolutely amazing. So I'm excited to see him on this stage. And Dime Bougie, to your point, they are upstarts. They're unpredictable because they have the athleticism. Boutet is a great receiver. Regenbald is a great quarterback. They have so much speed. They have so much athleticism, but they're missing sort of that knowledge of the game. Yeah. But they've brutalized their way to the top. They come in like a blunt instrument, just bashing teams.
Yeah, it's something we've seen in FPF for the past,
12,
15 years. Is in these divisions, Division 4, Tier 3, Division 5. You see a lot of these strong football players who group up together, decide to play. They love the game. They love FPF. They're missing experience. They're missing the knowledge of the game. What to do on third down. What to do on fourth down. How should I change my plays? And I feel like this is something we're going to see. They might be able to squeeze by, like you said, just brute force their way.
Kiss My In-Law is the home team. They're going to put Dime Bougie on offense. And I'm excited to see how this goes. Jules Regenbald, we talked about Iggy's accolades. Jules Regenbald, this season, 44 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. Again, we talked about last game. How is it that 11-to-1 touchdown interception ratio is like the standard now? That's the standard bearer for a division.
I don't know. It was never a standard when I played.
Me neither. Jules Regenbald gets a snap. He looks, delivers a ball over the middle of the field, caught. The ball slightly thrown behind, but quickly caught.
It's the first pass of the game. You always get those. You want to get it out of the way. That's why I usually go with all look, so it's a safe throw. You don't necessarily want to go like a 40-yard bomb and miss or something like that. The first one usually comes out a little bit weird all the time.
Yeah, Fitzgerald Santos has been a great two-way player for this team. He caught that ball. He had 14 catches in the regular season, but 8 of them going for touchdowns. He also led the team in interceptions. Great player. Now on second and short, ball snapped to Regenbald. He checks down immediately. All hooks and a completion and a first down.
I like what I'm seeing. You do not have to force it on the first drive. You do not you could do whatever you want. Just use that to your advantage. Do you feel like Kiss My Inlaws going like not diverting but
inverting,
starting on defense instead of offense?
Yeah,
doesn't play necessarily to their advantage.
I don't know. I'm a fan of always giving the ball to the other team, because then if you score every drive and you stop them once, it's a huge advantage to get the ball back in the second half. Now on third and short, the ball handed off, and I think that's Felix Boutet.
Oh, interesting. End offs. That's not something we see commonly in FPF.
But it's something we see from them. During the season, Felix Boutet had a lot of carries. He had 24 carries for 185 yards and a touchdown.
That's amazing.
So they do this more than most teams, and it's usually in short yardage like that, because if he just can turn the corner, that's a first down.
But if you're able to get 3 or 4 yards every time, it's worth it.
Absolutely. Ball snapped to Regenbald. He looks to his left, delivers the ball over top to no one.
There was a little space between the hook and the corner. I feel like the corner route wasn't deep enough from Fitzgerald. He could have been a little bit further to space the DBs a little bit better. Like we aforementioned a little bit earlier in the podcast, the whole point of this is with experience you realize that DBs need to be stretched out a little bit more than in tackle football.
Or perhaps having the snapper come underneath and have 3 levels in that plane, right? And Lachine Bell with that exaggerated snapping motion. Zachary Alvarez-Gill closing in. Zachary Alvarez-Gill had 19 sacks this season. I never understand how the dude does it. He's amazing. He looks like you're being chased by a psychotic bear.
That's amazing.
We called him the cocaine bear on the last podcast. We have plans to go see the movie.
I'm sure he likes that too.
He did. We have plans to go see the movie February 24th.
I'm sure he likes that. No, Zachary Alvarez-Gill is phenomenal. He's been around for a long time. He's always been a rusher.
Yeah.
For some reason, he gets like 25 sacks every season.
He's good to go to the Hall of Fame as a rusher.
Yes.
It is not a reason
He's
to
in
keep
the
him
record
out.
books everywhere.
It's ridiculous. And here he is positioned. I love the exaggerated snap motion by Lachine Bell. Delivers it over the middle. Oh, breaking defender was Alexis Dubois, but unable to get there. And deflagged at the 1.
Oh, what a tackle by Kenny Boutier. What an amazing play. He saved a touchdown there, which is going to force them to drive in the toughest spot to be in offensively with that 1 to 2 yard line. Does a phenomenal tackle on something that could have been a lot of miscues, but it's good to see that Dime Bougie are using those crossers. They're using the underneath routes. They're using good concepts, and now they're going to hurry up to force Kiss My Inlaws in a tough spot.
Great catch by Fitzgerald Santos. Now in the red zone, first down. Ball snap to Lachine Bell. Throws it to the back of the end zone. A great catch, and it's a touchdown.
No, it's incomplete.
Incomplete?
Yeah.
I hate not being able to see the back line of the end zone, Simo.
I was surprised by the fact that you decided to call that a catch without seeing it.
Well, I saw his hands. I didn't see his feet.
That's fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah.
But he didn't catch it.
But to be fair, end zones, like orgies, you got to make sure you see hands and feet.
Okay.
Now at second
I'm
down.
not sure how much you're going to use that moving forward, but okay.
Listen, you just need to know. It just some things in life you
Gots
just need
to know.
It shows Lachine Bell on second down and goal. He gets a snap, moving to his left immediately, running towards the end zone. Throws that quick out. This time, unfortunately, Santos unable to make the catch after setting up this red zone drive.
Just throws a bullet.
Yeah,
Like
rock-
2 yard out.
You don't understand. He has the greatest deep ball in FPF. We talked about Nick Schaefer in the last game. This is the next
And Dan
generation.
Lazaro the game before.
Yeah. But this is Dan Lazaro's got that moon ball. Nick
Ooh.
Schaefer has that placement.
Dan Lazaro's like dome scratching moonshot. It's amazing.
It's just that perfect touch. Joseph Ball just has a face ripping fastball. Nolan Ryan in the pocket. A ball snapped to Lachine Bell. He holds it. He buys time. Zachary Alvarez-Gill. Second sack in the finals. Jesus. I don't even. I thought there was not a way he would get that sack.
But look at his demeanor.
It's like nothing.
Careless. They could just walk by. I did my thing.
It's as if a bear got a sack and just went back to his tree. That's all. That's what we're getting here.
But that's a phenomenal sight. Like if he misses there, QB has 17 million.
But he never misses.
That's amazing.
It's ridiculous.
And even if we have new flag belts, which are, in my opinion, harder to tackle than before,
Absolutely they are.
doesn't miss.
No. Now third and goal. Lachine Bell, big motion, gets the big snap, pumps, looks back across the field. Zachary Alvarez-Gill. Oh. He grabbed.
Albert-Gill missed.
He did. This is we talk about how he never misses. He grabbed and milked the quarterback, but didn't get the flag.
The ball was a little bit tipped was a little bit juggled by Nathan Desjardins, but it doesn't matter. Still a catch. Touchdown by Dime Bougie. Now they're up 6. Exactly what they need on the first drive. As long as you score, doesn't matter how long it takes, doesn't matter how it happens.
Longer's better, if anything.
As long as it matters, as long as you score on your opening drive, you put pressure on the other team to keep up with you. That's the worst position to be in. If you get stopped, then you lose all momentum.
Nathan Desjardins not able to bring in the ball that I thought was a touchdown. Instead, getting it on third down. Ball snapped to Lachine Bell. Looks, delivers the ball over the top. But see, he doesn't do the touch pass quite as well as some of the dudes in FPF.
Well, it is harder, right? Like, those are the hardest passes to make. The front of the end zone is not so bad. If you have, a very strong arm, you could just zip it in there. But the one that you have to touch all the way in the back at the perfect spot, perfect time, is significantly harder to make.
Yeah, it's a tough throw to make for sure. And I have no doubt that youngster is going to figure that out sooner than later.
I mean, it's just a matter of reps. The more you play,
and specifically for this size of field, right?
Yeah, it's a range thing. If you give him a bigger field, he probably knocks it out of the park every single time.
Yeah, absolutely. Iggy Magnets reading the defense. He looks to his right, to his left. Now ready to receive the snap with both gloves on. runs triple slants, gets the ball to Marvin Steinberg immediately.
Interesting. Quarterback that throws with 2 gloves. Plays with 2 gloves.
Yeah, a little Teddy Two Gloves here.
Yeah. I haven't seen that in a long time. A QB throwing with a glove on. But, hey, 51 touchdowns, no picks. He knows what he's doing.
So as a man who's picked up Iggy's ball, he has it really sticky, and he likes to have the glove for that extra grip.
Yeah. You do you.
Iggy Magnus now on second and short. He gets a snap. He looks to his left. Then over the middle is Marvin Steinberg. Is a catch. No, it's a drop. Perfect placement by Ignacio on that play.
Perfect read by Iggy. Perfect ball placement and throw. You couldn't ask for a better throw than that. Even if it's caught and he gets tackled all the way down there, it doesn't matter, right? You get a 35-yard pass. It's a perfect pass, perfect play call. Just unusual drop by Marvin Steinberg.
And he sold it too because his first read is that post, but he looked to his left to freeze the safety a little bit. Perfect execution, perfect throw. Now on 3rd and 5. Ball snap to Magnets. He looks, he has a fly over top. Decent location, but unable to bring it in on the sideline.
Phenomenal catch. Just the ball was a little bit too far on the outside, and when he caught it, his feet were on the line. Aggressive play call, aggressive decision making, but the plays are there. The guys are just not finalizing the catch. But again, just like the play before, Marvin Steinberg was open. He couldn't catch it. This play, the guy caught the ball just slightly out of bounds. It's a game of inches.
Gab Boucher has become alive in the playoffs. Last game, he did have a touchdown. He had 2 interceptions on 3 catches as well on the offensive side of the ball. Now on 4th down, Iggy Magnus gets the ball. Looks, delivers to the sideline. Gab Boucher keeps both feet in. Great body control.
A phenomenal catch. It's exactly what you want on these 4th downs. If you're able to place it on the sideline like that, you want your receiver to know exactly what a first down is. Make sure you get like a step over that line. Catch the ball. Keep your feet in bounds. Perfect play call. And
Simo, you and I have talked about how FPF is really a 4-down game. We saw Iggy take 2 shots on 2nd and 3rd down, knowing, listen, I can get 5 yards when I need it.
Because punts don't exist.
Nah, punts are stupid.
I don't know why we have it in the game.
I've put it into the rules committee several times. Remove punts. It's dumb.
I mean, you could have it. It doesn't matter. No one uses them because
agreed.
why? Unless you're on if there's 5 plays left in the game,
and
you might
you're just
punt.
trying to kill a play. Yeah. Now on 1st down, Valdez Manzanero gets a snap. He bobbled it.
Counts as a sack. You know what's dangerous about that is the rusher could actually pick that off.
Yeah, I know. The juggling was worse than just dropping it.
I was looking at it this is taking way too long. The rusher's coming in fast. I don't know if the rusher was necessarily playing the ball, but that could have been disastrous.
Yeah, it was not great, that's for sure. They're looking like, is that a fumble? No fumbles in FPF, guys.
Imagine.
Yeah.
It was chaotic.
It would be psychotic.
Also chaotic.
There would be so many injuries.
Yes.
Yeah.
2 guys dying for a football with no helmets.
Imagine you drop the ball and Zachary Albert's going to come in on you. Terrifying.
I will walk away.
Yeah, I would just quit. Just lie down.
Bye.
Now a 2nd and 10, ball snapped to Kiss My Inlaws. Pumping to the outside and thrown and caught. Tight call.
Great sack. Great sack by Theo Gregoire. He got there just in time. He was able to pull the flags right as the ball was thrown. It's one of those 50-50 calls, but I feel like that was actually a sack instead of a catch.
If you're Theo Gregoire, do you change your name to Ao Gregoire? That way your initials H. Gregoire. Like the company that sells used cars.
But do you really want to be associated with them?
Well, it depends how many cards you can sell. Like, it depends on his efficacy. If he can sell cards as well as he rushes the quarterback, it's pretty good. Now with his spread formation, spread the entire way across the field is Kiss My Inlaws. On 2nd down, after 2 sacks, Iggy Magnus delivering the ball over the middle. It's dangerous throw. Looking for a flag, he won't get one.
Great play by Felix Boutet there. Should not have been a flag. He played the ball the whole time.
Yeah.
Sure, there was a little contact with the receiver.
It was incidental, though.
It was 100% incidental. He never actually meant to hit the guy. He wasn't looking at the receiver saying, I'm going to rip your head off, and if the ball comes my way, thank you very much.
That's a lot to say in a short period of time. It's hard to say that during a play anyway, so maybe he abbreviated it.
Thank you very much.
I'll rip you off. Rip your head off. Or thank you very much. For example, it is Christmas season. He's being generous by saying thank you.
Yes.
How tired of you working with me so far?
No, it's only been an hour. Is this 4th down or 3rd down?
It's 4th down and a bunch.
Well, this is going to be interesting.
Let's see what Iggy Magnus can do. He gets a snap, looking downfield, timing his throw, delivers over the middle, and it's deflected. Dime and Bougie turnovers on downs.
Felix Boutet, again, with a great defensive play.
He's
nice
a very
PD.
good player.
He read that perfectly both times. He read the play really well, jumped the ball. He knew exactly where Iggy was trying to go with it. He was baiting it, batted it down. And now the Felix Boutet defensively has 2 PDs so far on 6 throws.
Yeah. And like he's had an impact in coverage as well, where the ball didn't get thrown and Iggy took a sack.
No, this is gonna be an interesting game for Iggy in the following drives to be able to march down the field a bit more. He's trying to hit those deep throws. They're not necessarily open every time, except the Marvin one. We're gonna see what he decides to switch up in this drive.
Ball looking to his left, now bouncing back to his right, delivers to Boutet. Boutet cutting back over the middle. Alexis Dubois unable to make the tackle, and some contact in the middle, but a div flag by Iggy Magnets.
You could tell Felix Boutet plays football.
He does.
Just by the way he runs, you could tell he's not shying away from contact.
No.
He's going in between 2 defenders, squeezing his way through the same way a running back would.
Yeah.
And whatever happens, happens.
No, he's a very good player. During the season, Simo, he caught 34, 52 targets, 434 yards, and 17 touchdowns.
Yeah.
That's a lot of
in 8 games.
I think
it's
in my
2 a game.
In my 5th career, when I played receiver, I think in 10 years I had 17 touchdowns.
Yes. That's 2 touchdowns per game.
It's nonsense. Ball thrown quickly to the outside is caught.
Ooh.
Oh! And he's called out of bounds and gets a face full of metal and doesn't care.
That bench
Is Atadouillon.
That bench is way too close.
Yeah, maybe move the bench.
That could have hurt a lot.
Yeah, I'm sure it wasn't pleasant.
Yeah, that was not a catch. Also, please don't die.
Yeah, please don't die. That's your.
Arthur Doyon took the smart play. He said, "You know what? I don't need this ball. I need my face. Let's just fall down, play for another down. It was first down after all. It doesn't really matter."
Yeah, ball don't lie, but the face is the moneymaker.
Yes.
Second down. And Dime Bougie make their second attempt at the end zone after the turnover on downs here. And that great catch, of course, by Felix Boutet. Now at about right at the 5-yard line.
I don't like these benches there.
Yeah, I know, it's dangerous, right?
It's really close.
Lachine Bell moving, buying time. Zachary Alberts Gill, 3 sacks so far in this game.
I got to ask, you think he practices at home?
Okay,
Like
how so?
He sets up a mannequin, asks his brother to throw it around the room, and then he just dives for him.
Imagine dating Zachary Alberts Gill, where it's like, you wake up next morning, like, you think it's breakfast, but he's like, no, run around with these flags. Let's do it. Let's do it.
No bras are safe around Zachary Alberts Gill.
None. I know, because he's taking mine. Now, after that loss of 1, Zachary Alberts Gill bearing down on Jules Regimbald. He confirms the play with Fitzgerald Santaeus. Getting the snap. Regimbald, he looks to his right. He moves to his right. Zachary Alberts Gill. You know what the S in Alberts Gill stands for?
Sack!
Sack is what it stands for.
Sack. Number 4.
Zachary Alberts Sack Gill.
I don't really matter what happens next.
You don't really matter what happens
next? If he
next?
doesn't get MVP, I will be furious.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Iggy can throw for 7 touchdowns. And the MVP has to go to Zachary Alberts Gill.
He's got 4.
Yeah. 4 sacks.
Over under on 8.
That's a season for most rushers.
Yes.
4
Over
sacks.
under 8 sacks today for Zachary Alberts Gill.
Give me the over. I'm a positive guy.
It's crazy.
Hey, he has 4 in the first half.
I know. On the first
On the fantasy app, he would be like trending towards 9. So
yes.
6.5 minutes left. Dime Bougie up 6-0. Now receiving the snap is Rajin Ball on 4th down. He throws a dart to the end zone. It's not caught near that dangerously placed bench. And coming back on the field is the Kiss My Inlaws offense. Kiss My Inlaws, Kiss My offense. Second drive of the game.
Can we move the bench, please?
Somebody please move the bench. Alexi, be an employee of FPF and move the goddamn bench.
6 minutes left.
6 minutes left, as we have on the clock here by our crack team. Iggy Magnets gets a snap off 1st down. He looks to the left. He throws a ball to.
I like it.
Is it Kenny Boutelier?
Kenny Boutelier. I like it. I like the fact that he goes with safe throws to get his offense started again.
Yeah.
We had a bad drive. Forget about that. We get the stop. It's like none of these drives happen.
Well, it doesn't matter because they got the stop. So it's as if the first drive didn't happen.
It's as if the last 2 possessions don't exist. Move on from that. Get going offensively. Get some short yardage. And make sure people catches the ball. Move the sticks. Keep going. Or the cones at this point.
Ball snapped on 2nd down. Quick out. Delivers a deep ball over the top. It's deflected in the last moment. Great play by Nathan Desjardins. Nathan Desjardins, one of the 2 players to pick off Iggy last time they played. He has 5 interceptions these playoffs.
In these playoffs.
These playoffs. They're really good. I don't know if I explained this to you. Dime Bougie's athleticism and like they're the
He's
kind
one
of
that made
team.
a touchdown, right? He made a touchdown.
He
On
did.
this play, he was baiting that throw. He was there. The receiver was not open. He knows he's got the speed to make up for it. He was just waiting for that ball to be midair.
He's also a monster because look how tall he is. So
Like 7 feet.
yeah, at least minimum 7.
Maybe
Third
8.
and short, ball snap to Iggy Magnets. He runs triple slants, gets out to Kenny Boutellier, who will get the first down. Or thereabouts. Will he get it? Yes, he did.
I like these. Every time Iggy goes underneath, quick throws, it seems like effortless.
Yeah, he's a really good decision maker.
So stick to that until they switch away from that cover 2 defense they've been playing the entire game.
Yeah, on the sideline, we see Alexis Dubois taking his earlier championship love cloth to the sideline. Iggy Magnets getting it, ball on first down, delivering to the outside. Some miscommunication, though.
Dangerous. Yeah, miscommunication or throwing away. Because he was about to get sacked.
Yeah, and that's been the rush all game so far.
Teotihuacan has been closing in pretty quickly. The defense knows that their rush is strong, so they're pressing up a little bit more. They're forcing these throws. I like what I'm seeing from Dime Bougie defense.
One deep ball and one intermediate pass attempted to Lucas Canville. Lucas Canville is the speedy receiver on a team of fairly speedy receivers in Kiss My Inlaws.
All speed
All speed.
and
all
size. And size.
Well, he's not that tall.
Oh, the team.
I was talking about Lucas Canville, though.
Oh,
Pay attention, bruh.
no. Dime Bougie, all speed, all size.
I wasn't talking about. Oh my God, you're the worst. Ball delivered quickly to snapper Dave DeAndre, who ducks but gets the flag. Iggy was talking to me about how he loves Dave DeAndre as a snapper because he always understands the holes in the defense. I told him that's the benefit of having a guy who played quarterback playing snapper.
For a very long time, too. David DeAndre has been playing quarterback in FPF for, I don't know, 8, 9, 10 seasons.
Yeah, it's been a while since he's done it, but he has that experience.
He understands the concepts. He knows what you're trying to do when you make your play call. It makes a big difference.
Absolutely. Now on first down, Magnus gets the ball. Looking to the back of the end zone, throws a corner, and it's a catch, and it's a touchdown. Marvin Steinberg, no!
Out of bounds.
I gave such an excited call.
I know, but you should have looked at the referee.
I look at the players, bro.
Well, the player's always going to say that they scored.
I know.
Have you seen me catch a
I'm
football?
an advocate for players.
I catch
Will
a
they
1-yard hook,
challenge?
it's a touchdown.
Will they challenge this though?
Ooh, I don't
Because
know.
it looks pretty close.
I don't know. Do they want to challenge? Oh, let's see here.
So let's see it here. Ball thrown to the corner.
Wait.
That's 1 foot.
Oh, you dragged that.
Yeah, that's a
You can tell
touchdown.
The pebbles
That's a
went up.
touchdown.
That's a touchdown. How much is that?
All pebbles all day.
That's the rule. If you see pebbles,
Yeah.
it's a catch.
I've often heard that.
Also, I'm assuming it's pebbles, but we won't know it's not. Is it called pebbles?
I don't know. Apparently, they're partially cancerous, but don't worry about that. Please play flag plus football.
And scratch your knees and make sure it goes in your blood.
Let's see. Waiting for the call from the referee. As Leo Gervais makes his way to midfield. It's a touchdown!
So from
6-6! Kiss My Inlaws, tied up with Dime Bougie. 2 minutes and 21 seconds left in the half. Let me finish my touchdown call. Simon Dagenais.
So from about 50 yards away, you have eagle vision. Because you saw.
Just
You
saying.
knew it happened.
I saw it.
You made the whole call. I said, no, Peeze, you're wrong.
I saw him drag his foot.
Once
My
again.
other thing was if he juggled it. Like, Tara had a great view on that.
Oh,
but,
maybe. Or
but
maybe
I,
she didn't
I
see-
was looking at his feet.
You might have not seen the back foot drag, like the
Yeah.
pebbles that we mentioned.
Yeah,
Because
once you see the pebbles, it's confirmed.
It's confirmed. It's the one rule.
Ball being snapped. Iggy Magnus looks to his left, delivers the ball to the back of the end zone, and it's caught. Great execution of breakbacks.
Oh,
And Marvin Steinberg gets a catch at the back of the end
nice
zone.
catch.
Yeah,
Like, the
Marvin
ball was
Steinberg's
thrown
really good at football.
very far behind him.
I had a conversation with Marvin Steinberg. He says he never really played football before, and then he started playing flag and loved it and just really got better and better.
I don't believe it.
Okay,
I don't believe it.
fair.
It looks like he's played his entire life. Very good player. Like that was a great adjustment, great body control. That's a very difficult catch to make. Neither of us would have been able to do that.
No, 0%. I would have broken all of my liquid bones.
I'll have your one bone.
Russian ball gets a snap, delivers it. Quick catch by Santos. And quick to flag by Dave DeAndre.
You know, I'm a fan of these hollow hooks. It works. It's just you have one guy going deep, 4 hooks. It's such a safe play to get going.
Especially if you have a lot of speedsters and you know they're likely not going man. They're all hooks.
Yeah, or even if they are going man, then your deep throw will be there,
Yeah, you need to have someone
Just
go
not
deep
the
then.
first time. Make
Yeah.
sure you keep going back to that play, and then they're going to be forced to stop it eventually, and that's when you take the deep shot.
Absolutely. Yeah, Regin Bal, the exaggerated motion once again on second down. Delivers the ball to the sideline. No one is there except Nathan Desjardins. He gets the catch. How do you not see someone who's 9 feet tall?
Well, listen. I don't know.
Okay.
Kiss My Inlaws keeps playing that base cover 2 defense, and you're forced to choose because they're sending a snapper to that sideline,
Yeah.
and there's a guy sitting with a deeper hook. It's a fantastic concept that's been working in FPF for the longest time. Until you switch away from that cover 2, you will not be able to step a play like that.
But they, from what I can see from Kiss My Inlaws, maybe they want to make sure Regin Bal drives the field and at some point get frustrated. He has trips to his right. A little bit of an early start, but it won't get called. He's holding his ball. He throws it over the top. It's intercepted by Dave DeAndre. Intercepted. Or was that incomplete? There's a flag. There's so many things happening all at once.
So that was a great play by DeAndre. He read that entire time. He stayed with the receiver. He knew the guy couldn't run. He knew. It's great. So,
Incomplete pass to the field.
I'm confused. What's the flag for?
We don't know yet. Illegal forward pass.
Can't you decline that and take the pick, though?
Can't you decline that and take the pick, though? Is the question we have in the booth.
The ball was thrown upwards. That's hardly on the offense. Why would you benefit from the two things?
Yeah, it's weird.
I thought it was interference on the rusher. Therefore, again, that would have been a pick.
Well, the referees are forming a caucus. I do like when they do that because it makes sure you get the right call in.
Of course, right?
Yeah.
Like that's
They're
the
doing
whole
the right
point.
thing.
I mean, we're all human beings. We're allowed to make mistakes.
But is Felix Boutet a human being?
Sorry?
Because Felix Boutet a human being? Because 17 touchdowns again.
No.
So,
I've seen robots with less.
that's true. I've also seen robots.
With less touchdowns, 17.
Oh, no, just in general, I've seen robots. I was bragging.
Both things are
You
true.
know. Yeah, both things can be true.
Back
yeah.
on display, David DeAndre made the perfect play on this.
Yeah.
You had
Just
the receiver
undercut it.
covered the entire time. He was never open, and then he forced the throw, which was ill-advised.
And kind of a dainty throw, too, considering how we've seen Regin Bal fire everything.
You also don't have I understand what happened, right? Like you're rushing towards the line, you want to make that throw, you're like, I can't run.
He couldn't.
But just step
They're
out
not
of
in red
bounds
zone.
and just lose the play.
But they're not in the red zone. He couldn't run. Also. Yeah, that's the big cone.
I hate these cones.
They're amazing. When you're playing, they're
I
amazing.
hate these cones.
I trust me.
I play the game. I don't see them. I don't understand where they are.
So going into this game, Dime Bougie beat Killer Rays 39-12 in the first round. Killer Rays bounced them out of the playoffs when they were City des Jetons last season. Then they go on to beat Bruins. Bruins go down to the single elimination bracket. Without a quarterback, they lose to Kiss My Inlaws. They go down to single elimination. They face Bruins again. Beat Bruins again. So they've had a boring path to playoffs, to the finals.
Beating a team twice is so difficult in FPF.
So, but the Bruins defense play that soft shell cover 3 the entire game, and you can see how Regin Bal can dissect that.
Yes.
He's so patient. He has such a great arm. He can just get it to the sideline and make his guys go get the yards after.
I feel like offensively, Dime Bougie benefits from having more field to play with than less.
Yeah.
They'll stretch the field really, really well in the end zone. That's when it gets tricky, and that's usually what you see these these brand new FPF players. That's where they struggle the most, is when you have such a tight window, small field, red zone, extra points mostly.
Yeah.
Right? You see a lot of these new teams struggle to score extra points in a game. They'll score 36 points, 6 touchdowns, 0 extra points.
So the last time they played, to your point, so they played in the 2 rounds prior. Bruins lost 18-20. Dime Bougie with the win. The second time they played, Dime Bougie won 46-21. Jules Regin Bal 9 for 11.
So
He
official
threw
call
11 passes.
on the field is an interception.
There we go.
It was reviewed, turnover. The pass would have been incomplete because he passed on line of scrimmage, but because defense doesn't care about that.
Yeah.
They did pick it off.
It wasn't reviewed. It was just discussed, I believe, right?
I think they also reviewed whether he caught the ball or
Fair.
not, because I don't think they knew when they made the call. I don't think they looked at whether or not he caught the ball or not.
Well, a sharp eye by you, Simon, because you're right. Why would the offense benefit? Why would the offense benefit from an offensive penalty?
Yes. Oh, sorry, we passed the line of scrimmage. Therefore, the play won't matter, even if
I wish.
God, that would be so fun.
5 plays left in the first half. Magnus gets the ball, looks to his left, delivers a strike to Dave DeAndre. Dave DeAndre cuts in between two defenders, but is quickly deflagged.
That ball just sat on his shoulder.
Yeah.
Like it just stopped there, sat there.
Like a
parrot.
Like a parrot, I was just going to say. Some Coco Beware action.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So 4 plays left. We've seen Kiss My Inlaws struggle with the deep throws.
In-laws.
Yes. But
Out, now in.
But they do have the ability to drive the field well. 4 plays, you should be able to get, again, another 10 yards. Maybe another 10 yards twice.
5
right?
plays is about the average for Iggy's drive. So that makes sense to me.
It's a comfortable position to be in.
Iggy having the drag him across the middle of the field is quickly deflagged, however. Not the end of the world.
Well, you also don't want to take the sack there.
Yeah.
It would be counterproductive.
Absolutely. The defender sitting in the middle. I thought he could have attacked the sidelines there, but either way, Gab Boucher making a great catch.
3 plays left from about midfield. This is your standard 5 plays left drive, right? This is the position you want to be in. If you have an FPF, if you have 3 plays or less, it's tricky, it's difficult. You're not necessarily going to score.
3 plays, you get to half field, and then you take 2 shots from half field.
If you have 4 plays, it's doable, but it's difficult. 5 plays is where you should be comfortable saying, we're going to score here.
Outside tech on Marvin Steinberg, but he runs an outside outbreaking route. Ball delivered over the middle, but behind Lucas Kenville. We talked about his speed. Got there too quick, maybe.
A straight up discard by Iggy, not getting sacked again. Don't want to be counterproductive.
But if he puts it in front of Kenville has room to go.
Yeah, but he had no time.
Yeah.
He wasn't looking there. He wanted to play that a little bit later. Rusher got there way too fast. There was too much pressure. You just had to throw it away.
I think when you see Steinberg and you have the defender playing outside technique, you got to send him in a post.
You got to hit him on it like a seam.
Yeah.
Even just a straight go. He's going to beat him, right? Make 1 step in, go up.
Like, I get it. It's Nathan Desjardins, and it's a tough matchup. But Marvin Steinberg
is
your tough matchup, right?
Yes. I believe he's your best defensive weapon.
Trips to the right of Iggy Magnus. He's at half field. It is 7-6 for Kiss My Inlaws. Magnus throws the outside hook. Running upfield is Kenville. He gets the entire way across the field. He ran about 20 yards to get 5.
Yes.
But great combo route. He had a short hook, a corner over top, and a seam over the middle. So it's basically, look, if they're going to give you the sideline hook, you got to take it.
I'm usually not a fan of these run back with the ball and bubble back around because you usually get tackled for a loss. But when you only have 2 plays left, you got to make a play. You got to find something. Yeah. You have to get a spark.
Losing a yard here is worth risking if you can gain 10.
Yeah, because you need to get 15 here. Yeah. Right, so -1 or +2 is about the same.
Look to see a ball to the left side where you have the 2 taller receivers on the left-hand side. He's moved Marvin Steinberg to the left-hand side. Meanwhile, Nathan Desjardins remains on the right-hand side of the formation. Now, the last play of the half, Valdez Manzanetto gets the snap, throwing the corner to the back of the end zone. A jump ball, it's knocked away! Felix Boutet, great play.
Beautiful throw by Iggy Manet straight to Gab Boucher, but Arthur Doyon was right there, batted it away.
I like that, putting your 2 tall receivers on the same side with Gab Boucher and Marvin Steinberg.
It's the smart thing to do. You know you're going to be able to do something with it, but Dime Bougie are confident in their DBs. They know we don't have to switch. We don't have to switch our matchup. I'm confident that I could cover any guy at any moment. Exactly what we saw. The ball was thrown high. Arthur Doyon made a play, and Dime Bougie are down a single point going to halftime, but Kiss My Inlaws are starting with the football.
Absolutely, and I know Iggy. We've talked about onside kicks a lot today, or onside attempts. If they score on the first drive,
before?
Absolutely. If they score in the first drive, Kiss My Inlaws, they will go for it. They will go for the onside attempt after that touchdown.
But do you have to do it so quickly, though?
Well, because again, if you can get up 2 scores,
yes,
that's a chance to win the game.
But you also have 3 possessions potentially to give it a shot.
Or 4.
True. Well, it also works it's also true that a team like Dime Bougie benefits from having more yards and less. Yeah. So by giving them the ball at the 5-yard line, you are not playing to their strength.
And if you score and they score quickly, you get the ball back immediately anyway. So
yeah,
nothing really lost.
But they haven't been able to score well in the end zone.
Yeah.
The red zone has not been their friend.
Absolutely. Dave DeAndre, great interception first half. Who do you think steps up on the defensive side of the ball for either team?
We've seen a great play by Zachary Albergill so far. 4 sacks in the first half.
Yeah.
I don't think he's slowing down. I think he's gonna get at least 2 more.
Yeah.
So I guess he's stepping up or keeps going.
He's stepping up or keeps going. Absolutely.
I
Those
think
are two options.
I think we're going to get a scrappy second half. There's going to be interceptions on both ends. I think Iggy Magnets is going to throw an interception. I also think that
His ball placement's been worrisome in the first half.
yeah, but I feel like the Dime Bougie are getting more familiar with his throws. They're getting more comfortable. There's a lot of PDs. They're playing a little bit too conservative, in my opinion. They're very aggressive with the ball. I think they could step up a little bit more. It's gonna hurt offensively for Kiss My Inlaws. I do see an interception from both teams, though.
We also haven't seen Iggy run the post wheel concept that he is pretty famous for running, so I'm sure he's saving that for the second half. Also, the triple slants has worked every single time he's running.
Every time he goes underneath, it's been clean and effortless. Every time he forces throws, they're not there. So you kind of have to step away from that. You're up a point. You do not have to go hurry up. You do not have to force anything. Just keep taking what the defense gives you. But we both played quarterback before. Your playbook revolves around the fact that you take deep shots. That's the play that you like to throw, and it's what you like to do. I have a tough time seeing Iggy not going for a deep shot. But, again, if he doesn't, he might have a more successful
What can Dime Bougie do to help the red zone woes?
Quicker, faster developing plays. Double moves are too frequent. Zachary Albergill gets to the QB a little bit too fast. Maybe take an extra step back as a quarterback to distance yourself from the snapper. Get quicker routes, a drag, a slant, be able to hit him as soon as you touch the ball. So you touch the ball, you throw it right away. You're not waiting for a route to develop.
Yeah, lead a guy like Boutte who you know has the speed to get to the ball if you throw it to a marker.
Let your guys run with the ball afterwards. You don't have to make the hero throws. But the important part is you have to be able to throw it before the rusher gets to you.
Zachary Alberts-Gill takes his spot on offense, subbing for Marvin Steinberg on this first drive. Now on first down, Iggy Magnus gets a snap. He looks to his left. Triple slants once again effortless. Catch by Kenny Boutillier.
Triple slants is going to work for Kiss My Inlaws. I don't think that Dime Bougie has the concepts to stop it for now. Even if you play man, it's so difficult to stop that you're going to have to play like a cover
especially
one.
On the strong side, you need someone to sort of cover the snapper but take away the angle.
It's
tough.
complex.
It's tough to do.
It takes a lot of understanding, a lot of experience. It's one of these things that are tough to stop in your first season or second season.
Yeah. Now on 2nd and 6, ball snapped to Iggy Magnets. He gets it out there to Davey Andrew. Dangerous throw though.
Yeah, but what good placement. It was placed just outside, far enough for David DeAndre to make a catch, but like close enough for him to make a catch, far enough for DB not to make a play on it. But you can tell Dime Bougie are being more aggressive. They're jumping routes a little bit more. They don't want to allow you to just grind the field, and you can tell they're getting more confident on defense. They know what's coming. They're starting to adjust. It's going to be an interesting second half.
Absolutely. And now Lucas Kenneville goes to his spot on the outside right-hand side. He caught the TD on the last play, and Kenny Boutillier getting the win on the convert against Blue Dreamers. Now, on third down, ball thrown over the top. It's just out of reach from Gabouche.
Nice double move on
4th
Arthur Doyon. Very nice double move by Gabouche on Arthur Doyon. He had him beat.
Oh, it was perfect.
But the problem
ball was just a little too far.
The problem is this is putting you in a tough spot. Now you have 3rd and 5.
But we've seen him. It's 4th and 5.
It's worse.
We've seen Iggy take 2 shots before.
Yes.
And play for 4th down. That's kind of in his DNA. He's not a guy who gets rattled easily. So let's see how this plays out.
It's a huge play.
It looks like man defense from Dime Bougie. They move Desjardins to the outside to cover Kenville. And it's absolutely man defense. The ball's thrown too high. Some contact, but incomplete.
Great defensive play again by Arthur Doyon. I feel like Iggy believes that matchup works in his favor. But Arthur Doyon gave himself a cushion because he's afraid to get beat deep.
Yeah.
Was able to crash back. A
little bit high on the comeback as well.
Yeah, but that ball was a little bit thrown too high. If that ball would have been placed a little bit lower on the outside shoulder, that would have been a first down.
Yeah.
The decision wasn't bad by Iggy Manet. It's just that the throw itself wasn't flawless.
Do you blame the glove?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I think it's just a matter of it's a very tough throw to make if you have to place it in that perfect spot.
Now first down for Jules Gibald. He gets a snap. He throws the ball to the outside. It's caught by Nathan Desjardins, who dukes, but gets deflagged right away.
Smart play once again. Just take what's open. Don't force anything. But again, these plays are taking a long time to throw. The time between...
Well, that was the 3rd look.
Yeah. If you have to get to your 3rd and 4th look, it's working in Kiss My Inlaws' favor.
And a 3rd look and a very ISO-heavy concept where he had to come across the field to see his 3rd receiver.
And Zachary Albergill was half a second away from a sack.
Yeah.
Right?
Which would have been his 5th of the game.
It's not a comfortable position to be in
not at
as a quarterback.
2nd and about 5 yards. Boss not touching the ball. He looks to his left, back to his right. And Boutte comes back, but deflagged pretty quickly thereafter for a gain of about 2 yards.
Yeah, that you saw that little bubble there where he comes back for 3 or 4 yards, tries to beat the guys. But Zachary Albergil is a very smart player. You notice that the rusher usually doesn't do that. They usually stay with the quarterback. My job is done. I'm not rushing back in. He ran back and he actually got the tackle.
All hustle. He's a hustling bear.
Ooh,
Hustle bear.
hustling cocaine bear.
Yeah.
I'm scared now.
I
will leave this place before him. I don't want to meet him in the parking lot. You don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, you need to drop the mic and run immediately.
Jump the fence.
3rd and 4. Rushing ball, scanning the field. He brings a man in motion to the backfield. This time fakes the handoff, delivers a strike, but is dropped. Man, it's been a tough time for us to do on offense.
Yeah, but those are tough catches to make, right? Like that's a high throw. He has to jump for it. He has to watch his feet inbounds. He doesn't have a lot of position. I feel like he would benefit from giving himself like maybe a foot extra inbounds. But David DeAndre is a great defender. Yeah. He's right there. Like he didn't give him a lot of room.
He forced to throw the outside, absolutely.
He forced to throw on the sideline. If you're able to catch that over the line and keep your feet inbounds, you got me beat. But you're not going to do that every time.
Dime Bougie running that RPO that we don't often see in FPF, but running it well.
Well, the problem with the RPO is you basically lose the receiver, and the rushers usually don't care about the running back.
Yeah, but then, if you only need 4 yards, you could be able to get that off.
You could have handed it off. You're right.
Ball's not touching ball. He looks to the back of the end zone, delivers the ball, and it's deflected and not caught by Felix Boutte.
Great defensive play by Gabouche. He read that perfectly. He got the PD. He forced a turnover. Boutte was open, right? But that's a tough catch to make, and DB made a great adjustment on it. Dime Bougie seems a little bit frustrated offensively. They're forcing some throws. They're not taking what's open, and it's a 7-6 game.
On calling the audible, I said take the over in this game. I didn't think there would be any stops. I was wrong.
That's why gambling is hard.
Yeah, gambling is hard. I'm sorry, honey. I lost the house. Triple slants once again. This time, Alexis Dubois catches the ball off his face.
Sorry, I lost the house.
Well, listen, go big or go big or never go home again. That's what I always say.
Dangerous saint. Someone else comes home, I guess you also lost your wife.
Yeah, I hope not.
It was terrible.
2nd and 2. After that catch by Alexis Dubois, the role player on the left-hand side of the offense. Now Iggy Magnet scanning defense. Tight defense from Dime Bougie. I wonder if we'll see some double moves. Valdez Manzanero gets a snap. He looks over the middle, delivers a ball low, but Dave DeAndre catches, rolls and crawls and scratches. And
great catch by Dave DeAndre. Like you said, Dime Boucher are getting more confident defensively. They're pressing up a little bit more. They know they have the speed to win one-on-ones. Aside from Arthur Doyon on the left-hand side against Gabouche, most of them are pressing within the 3-4 yard line. Arthur Doyon seems to be pressing, but he always keeps backing up. He wants to give himself a cushion. He can't allow.
He seems like he's like. He gives a bit of cushion, but he's ready to jump, essentially.
Yeah, but that's the position you want to be in when you're aggressive. You don't want to be super physical with the guy, because if he beats you straight.
But that said, that's why the hook and go worked last time.
Yes, that's exactly why it works. It's because he's always looking to jump forward.
Now the ball snapped on 1st down. Thrown on that drag. Finally, Lucas Kenville makes the catch, but quickly deflect. Great deflect by Felix Boutte, diving across the field.
Monster tackle by Felix. This would have turned into at least a 10-yard catch.
Yeah. I thought that was the first time when he caught it.
Ended up being like a 1-yard catch on a fantastic tackle. That's the kind of play you don't see on the stat sheet. When you look at it, he got a tackle. Cool. No, this is a crazy play.
I thought he was out of position and that was going to be a 1st down.
Yes.
And instead, he comes across and makes a great tackle.
A diving tackle.
Yeah.
A Zachary Albergil tackle.
On 2nd down, Iggy Magnets readies his offense, scans the defense, receives a snap. He looks to his left, delivers that triple slant to the outside. Once again, Alexis Dubois. And he hasn't even had to make a decision, because every time they run triple slants, the sideline's open.
It's there, because the DB is playing a little bit further down, and they're Arthur Doyon's playing man against Gabouche pretty much the entire time. So unless Gabouche goes, they switch to your basic 4-1 defense, where the corners are playing man on the wideouts. If the wideout goes inside, they let it go.
And the fly is pushing him away.
Yep. So as soon as Gabouche makes like 5 or 6 steps, Arthur Doyon backs up, and then the sideline underneath is open.
Plus, he's given that cushion, like we said. Ball snap taking Magnets. Throws that post over the top. It's caught. Marvin Steinberg taking advantage of that concept we talked about before.
Beautiful throw and catch by Iggy Magnets and Marvin Steinberg. The size of Marvin Steinberg helps with that too, because you're able to put it high enough that the middle linebacker doesn't matter so much. And the throw is right there. You could tell Fitzgerald was kind of playing in the middle, but it's so difficult to cover when it's thrown so quickly.
Well, and when you're playing that outside shade, you have to release to the inside defender, but there's no way that Fitzgerald could cover. It's like
if you're
high and
throwing
low.
that
As good as this is, he can't cover high and low.
with no hesitation, if you throw it like that, it's almost impossible to cover.
Yeah. Now on the convert, ball snap to Magnets, delivered to the outside, knocked away.
Throwing a little bit short. Kiss My Inlaws was going for the kill shot, going for 2 to go up 9 points, 2 scores essentially. Smart decision.
Yeah,
right?
because they still need a convert.
They're still up
matter what.
7. Why go up 8?
Correct. Because either way they have to. If you go up 7 and go up 8, either way they have to make a convert.
Yes.
You go up 9, they have to score twice.
If it's the first half, you could have benefits saying we'll score multiple times. I want extra possessions, extra converts. But it's the second half. There's 12 minutes left in this game. Going for 2 was a smart play.
I agree. Now back on the field is Dime Bougie. Russian ball receives a snap on first down. He pumps. Looks to his right. Nobody is there. Nathan Desjardins forgotten again. It must be tough to live the life of a forgotten giant.
Or awesome.
Or awesome. That is a fact. Those are the 2 options.
The plan is you go to the bank at 4 p.m.
Okay. I want to know where this goes. You go to the bank at 4 p.m.
and then they forget you there.
Okay.
And you get infinite money overnight.
So theft is what you're suggesting.
Is it theft if they leave you there?
Yes, it's still theft.
Well, no, because they agree. Like, they allow
It's
you
also
to be there.
theft if they give you money by mistake and you keep it, by the way. Ball snapped. It's thrown to the outside and out of bounds.
I don't like to live in a world where that's true.
That's true, unfortunately. Also, like artifacts, like historical relics, if you find them, you have to give them. You can't keep them.
Also, what are you going to do with an artifact?
Well, if you find, like, Mona Lisa, you hang it up in your wall.
So what you're saying is national treasure is a lie?
Well, first of all, I'll tell you what's a lie. There's no way Nick Cage's uncle was a thief.
Why not?
His name was on the goddamn Constitution. That's why. And now it's second down and 10. Dime Bougie down 13-6. 10 minutes left in the game. Quick out to Boutet. Boutet coming back, cycling around, but deflagged by a gang of in-laws.
He keeps making that like 3-step back.
Yeah.
It's like a slingshot. Like he pulls back to go faster forward.
Yeah. Also, like, it kind of feels like he goes back so he can see where the defenders are and then just shoot out.
Well, it's also a tackle thing to do where you're speeding up so that if you hit somebody, you hit him harder so he falls down and you keep going.
Yeah.
Like in that case, he didn't fall down.
He didn't.
Right? So you're speeding up to hit a little bit harder, but in this game, you can't hit players.
You can't.
So
If anything, you lose yards. So.
yeah, it's what we call a lose-lose situation.
Balanced formation, ball snapped on third down. Zachary Alberts-Gill came in, made it tough, making it exceptionally tough, by the way. Dave DeAndre is having a ridiculous game.
David DeAndre is an excellent defender, and he's showing it today.
Absolutely.
He's reading it really well. He was playing the outside. He saw the guy coming in from the back, and he knew exactly when to jump. He's baiting Regimbal really well. And if I'm him, if I'm Jules Regimbal, I will not go to that side anymore.
Pick a Halloween costume for Dave DeAndre.
Firefighter?
I'm going Rooster. Now, fourth down for Jules Regimbal and Dime Bougie. He moves to one side, delivers the ball over the middle. It's thrown behind his receiver. It's a turnover on downs. Kiss My In-Laws. Get on the offense. Siv side of the ball.
I like the play concept. I like the throw itself.
Just poorly placed.
It's just no. It was perfectly placed because if you throw it a little bit later, DeAndre's there. So
you
you place it in the right
receiver's
window.
yeah.
The receiver just not on the same page. He thought I keep going. I'm going for it. Whereas on the flip side, if he sits there, it's a touchdown. Yeah. So it's that miscue that's very difficult because when you call in the huddle, you're not necessarily saying you have to sit in that window. You're calling that play, and you hope he reads it the same way you are.
It's knowing how to run the concept versus man versus defense versus zone.
Yes. And on fourth downs, it's tough.
Iggy Magnets on first down. Gets a snap, looking to his left immediately. That triple size this time is covered, and a sack. Finally, it was covered.
Beautiful sack by Teogegwal. they lose about 3 or 4 yards. This is going to put them in a tough position. Like we said, the deep ball isn't necessarily there for them, so they have to grind the field. But now you have.
But they jumped up. They took away the triple slants this time.
Yep.
I think you go all hooks here. Get some yards.
Diamond, you have to get some yards because you have to get yourself out of this hole. He's going to be standing in the end zone, and the 2-point safety would be disastrous.
Yeah. It negates getting that convert.
Yep. And it gives the ball back.
Yeah. Ball snap to Magnets. He looks left, all hooks like we discovered, like we thought, and quickly deflagged as Kenny Boutelier by Felix Boutet.
Exactly what Kiss My Inlaws needed, right? You just want to get yourself out of this end zone, get like 5 yards, put yourself back in a comfortable position.
It's as if he had an incomplete pass in the first down.
And second down, because it's third down.
And third, yeah, that's true.
So now you have 3rd and 10 from your own starting line. It's for Dime Bougie, defensively speaking, they're playing a fantastic game. They allowed 13 points. It's late in the second half, and it feels very confident.
Yeah, and we see that drop coverage again on the outside left. They go post and wheel, but instead delivering it quickly to Dave DeAndre, who juggles it, but maintains possession right around the marker. I think he's slightly short.
Ooh, I thought that was a sack. I thought Teal had him there. That would have been game-breaking play. But they don't exactly get the first down. They get 4th and 1.
Yeah. Honestly, great decision by Valdez Manzaneto there. He got the ball out to his snapper. Safe throw. Look, this is a makeable 4th down. If you're a quarterback, you shouldn't be scared of 4th and 1.
But this is also the position where, as a defense, you want to be in. You want to be forcing 4th down.
Yeah.
This is when you get turnovers, and you're not necessarily looking for interceptions. If you get these 4th down situations, it's tough offensively.
Expect man defense from Dime Bougie here. Yeah, they're playing tight. Marvin Steinberg on the drag, and Nathan Desjardins can't keep up. Steinberg has the sideline, and he's deflagged.
There was interference between the rusher, the snapper, and the drag. It caused a lot. It forced Nathan Desjardins to slow down, which is exactly what the concept of the routes provokes. And there was a perfect read by Iggy to hit Marvin just past the midfield, and he turned it up for a 35-yard gain.
And smart decision to know they're likely in man defense off like that.
Man defense and pressing.
Yeah.
The problem is if everybody's pressing at the line, as soon as you send somebody underneath, there will be traffic.
Yeah.
Forces your DB to slow down. Nobody's picking them up, and you get this monstrous play.
It's hard to hand off a receiver in flag football. So Dime Bougie trying to cut underneath the picks, not able to get there. Now, first down, and just like that, field position is flipped, and Kiss My Inlaws are on the attack.
It's the perfect time for that play call. Amazing play calling by Iggy.
Absolutely. Now he gets a snap, looks to his left. He has a drag coming across the field. It's there. It's open. It's a touchdown. Gabouche. And now Kiss My Inlaws are up 19-6.
The drag, the cross concepts are very difficult for Dime Bougie to pick up because they love that man play. Either a 4-1 or a man-to-man coverage will struggle against plays like that. Iggy recognized that. He's starting to use it, and it's working.
Yeah, so it was in there early in the game. Ball placement was tough. He bought himself time, sort of strafing away from the rush and throwing to the open area, letting his receiver get there.
This is a very impressive drive, considering they went incomplete and then they went a sack and then a short completion. You had 3rd and 10 from your own 5. It was a very tough position to be in, and look at him now.
Going for 1 here is Kiss My Inlaws. Iggy Magnus gets a snap. Throwing to the back of the end zone. That's incomplete. 19-6.
Doesn't really matter. You're up 13 points. Time is your friend if you are Kiss My Inlaws. I would not go inside kick right away.
They are going onside kick right here.
Because
I love this call.
Why? You don't need it now. You need them to drive the field slowly.
But even if they score, you get the ball back to drain clock. And if you complete, oh no, they're not doing it.
They're not doing it.
I thought they were doing it.
Let them drive the field. See if they're able to score. They only scored once, right?
Yeah, I'm good with the decision either way, to be honest. Ball snap. Thrown to the outside. And that outside hook spin there by Nathan Desjardins.
If you play a very conservative defense the way Kiss My Inlaws are right now, they will not be able to score quickly. There's only 4 minutes left.
I get it, but let's
safe.
say you go for the onside kick. You get it, game's over. You don't get it.
Well, not necessarily. There's still 5 minutes left.
5 minutes, but you can leave them with a minute.
If they don't get it and they score on the following play and they go onside kick and they get it, you might actually lose the game. This is a safe decision.
Unless that ball was thrown properly, in which case it's a 1-score game. Because they can score and go for the onside kick.
Yes. But then they do get the ball back with a tie game, And Kiss My Inlaws offense in the second half has been really good.
Fair. But I just, like, again, your offense is good.
You really think you're going to get a 15-yard pass against that defense?
Yes.
I don't
Yes,
think so.
it's been open.
It has not.
It has absolutely been open. They've been pressing. It's open. Don't you remember the touchdown to Marvin Steinberg? I remember it. I just saw it. Now it's third down rather. Dime Bougie delivering the ball over the middle.
Ooh. Zachary Albergill with the PD.
Listen, you could give the MVP to who you want. The MVP in my heart is Zachary Albergill.
Yes. 4 seconds in the first half. That huge PD right there to force a third down. Fourth down, actually. It's fourth and 3. See, again, even bigger play. A PD on first down don't really matter. PD on third down, huge.
PD on fourth down.
It's like a pick.
Yeah, it's like a pick. So let's see.
But arguably better because then you get the yardage too.
Unless it's a pick 6.
Those don't exist.
I promise you they do. Zachary Albergill closing in, looking deep, and great catch! Great catch in space with Santos.
Great throw, great position of the ball in space. Phenomenal catch.
Great body control.
This is what Dime Bougie looked like on their first drive.
Yeah.
They haven't looked the same since. I don't know what happened. They're forcing throws. They're struggling a little bit. Zachary Albergill maybe got in his head a little bit.
Let's see if he has that impact again.
Hustling Cocaine Bear has been making an impact on this game.
Absolutely. Ball snap. There's about looking through that sideline. This time it's cut by Doyon. Tried to get that subtle flag guard in, but Dave DeAndre says, no, I got your flag right here. Bring it back to your huddle.
A rare miss by Zachary Albergill. Although I don't think it would have been called a sack if you would have got it. But they're going back to that right side. David DeAndre is right there. Right? Like it's not an easy play, but I don't feel like they have any space that works well. If they go on the right side, they've got PDs. They scored once only.
Yeah.
It's been tough.
Yeah, the key is getting the ball out quick, but it hasn't seemed to have been there for Dime Bougie. Buying time once again. Delivering a strike this time. Doyon catches the ball. He celebrates that touchdown. It's been there. They haven't been able to convert. Now they do. And now Dime Bougie with the ability to put the pressure on Kiss My Inlaws.
Beautiful footwork by Jules Regimbald to beat the rusher, buy himself time, force DBs to move, find the open receiver.
Rushing his team to the line is Regimbald. Avoids a sack, stumbling, mumbling, throws to the back of the end zone. I gotta say, 19-12, maybe don't try the convert and play for the last drive. Save yourself 20 or so seconds.
It's an interesting decision.
Yeah.
You do need the convert because you're down 7. So if you go one twice, you could win the game.
Yeah.
I don't know how comfortable they are going for
But I
2.
mean, it wasn't a great play. You know what I mean? Like, if you can't get a good play call in.
But so in this case, they're going on. I don't know if they know how much time is left. They're going onside kick, but you do need time. Even if you convert this, you get 5 plays. You don't necessarily want to give the ball back to Kiss My Inlaws, right? So on the onside kick play might be the last play of the second half before the 5 plays. In which case, if Kiss My Inlaws, if they don't convert, then Kiss My Inlaws win. If they do convert, we're gonna get a fantastic finish.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
I finish.
Iggy said he was worried about this game going to overtime. As someone who needs to urinate,
worried?
I also am worried for this game going to overtime for different reasons.
I don't know about worried. I like overtime.
It's fun. It's a lot of pressure, though, for sure.
Yes, but it's also a matter of how confident are you in your extra point conversions. Where if I'm Kiss My Inlaws, I would be more comfortable in overtime than Dime Bougie, who's been struggling in the red zone.
The only team to make a cover in this game was Kiss My Inlaws. Ball thrown deep.
Picked off by Marvin Steinberg.
It was picked off. I thought that ball might have hit the roof.
I thought it actually did, but it didn't. Somehow it went
We're
right
like
through the lights.
over the light, under and like beyond it, and then picked off by Marvin Steinberg.
But there was I like the play calling. I like the shot they took. It's so difficult because the DBs are starting with a 15 to 20 yard cushion, right?
Yeah.
So it's so difficult for you to be in that position because as a DB, you see the guy sprinting down the field. You have plenty of room as a cushion, and then you could just beat him to the ball.
How ridiculous is Jules Regimbald's arm, by the way? That was effortless.
That was phenomenal. That's exactly what you need from those kind of moonshots. Is you put it high enough to buy time for your receivers to get there, which he did. Yeah. It looked like one of those vintage Dan Lazara throws in Ibadan.
Yeah. Just scraping the top of the dome.
Except here, there's a bunch of stuff that you could have hit on the way down.
Dangerous in that way for sure.
Still
5
shocked.
plays left, by the
Still
way.
shocked I didn't hit a light. I'm still confused.
I was sure. I was like, oh, it's going to fall down midfield. And no, keep going, keep going.
Imagine if you hit the light, falls down midfield, and somebody catches it there.
I think it's dead play.
Is it though?
Yeah, it's dead play if it touches the roof, the ceiling.
But if it's dead play, then you play it again?
Yeah.
Ooh, interesting.
Dave DeAndre now at half field, get ready to snap the ball to Iggy Magnets. 5 plays left in this game. Iggy Magnets will take no chances. The drag once again to Marvin Steinberg. It's been there most of the game. It took Iggy a while to get to it.
The drags are open, 100%.
Yeah.
Like you said, it took some time for him to sort of realize it. And as soon as that defense, the Dime Bougie defense got more comfortable, started pressing a little bit more man coverage, that's when the drag opened up. Because before, if you give a 7-yard cushion, you're going to see it, react to it, and be able to jump. The same way we saw Felix Boutet earlier in the game jump on the drag and be able to make a tackle for a 1-yard gain instead of what could have been 30, 35 yards.
Absolutely. That's really astute of you to notice. Now, 4 plays left, second down. Iggy Magnets will not take any chances.
First down, 2nd and 2. First down wins the game.
Yeah. Want to smash out to Martin Steinberg. Is he just short? No, it's a first down. Game over. And it's a championship for Kiss My Inlaws. 19-12 over Dime Bougie.
Very nice adjustment by Kiss My Inlaws in the second half. Offensively, they were able to switch things around, find what works, stop taking those deep shots. The drags were phenomenal.
I also liked that the last play, they seen drag. Now smash out to Marvin Steinberg.
Yeah, because but again, you stay with the underneath. It seems effortless. Iggy's super comfortable throwing it. He reads it super well. So it's what they're best at. And then Dime Bougie really struggled in the second half to find their groove. Their first drive looked great. And then they hit the stag. David DeAndre played a phenomenal game defensively. And it forced so many incompletes that they didn't know where to go. Their playbook was kind of folded. They didn't know what plays would work. And they stopped experimenting. They went back and back to the same plays. That deep cross in the back of the end zone, they tried it about like 4 or 5 times. It didn't work. And
it didn't work not because it wasn't open, but just because of sort of the inexperience, the receivers not knowing when to sit versus when to run across. And then on the other side, Kiss My Inlaws really struggled out of the gate, but guess who put them on track? Zachary Alberts Gill. The S stands for sack. Zachary Alberts Gill. How about that?
I like it.
Zachary came in. He had a huge impact. To me, he's the MVP, but Rob will give it to the wrong person. But in my opinion, he had such an impact.
Kiss My Inlaws just finished up their Tier 2 championships. We're now here with the Tier 3 version, I guess you can say. So I'm going to present the Tier 3 championship banner to the captain of the team, Iggy Valdez. Congratulations. Congrats, Iggy. Great job. And here's the trophy as well, Iggy. Great job. Let's go! And And in a game that featured 2 offensive juggernauts, we actually had quite the defensive standoff, at least for the first half of the game. So with that in mind, it was a tough call, but the finals MVP goes to Zach Alberts Gill.
There you go.
I get an MVP. I get one of these.
Congrats, Zach. Great job, Zach.
Thank you, sir.
Great job. Come in here. Let me ask you a question here.
Oh, I get the question.
Yeah, you got a question. All right, talk to me about the team effort here. Marvin Steinberg had a fantastic game too. The defense really stepped up to the plate. You guys were an offensive team for the whole season. That's where you made your name. Talk to us about the defensive effort in tonight's game.
I gotta say, we came in real confident after winning like 30 points last game, and they put up an incredible freaking defensive effort themselves. But our offense pulled through. We get picks by Dave, stops on 4th downs that were super important, a couple sacks from me. But I gotta say, everybody stepped up and played a great freaking game. I'm so proud of everybody. So,
the words from the humble hero. Back to you guys upstairs. Congratulations, guys.
let's go, baby.
And Zachary Alberts Gill, Zachary, as we said, gets the MVP.
Well deserved.
Well deserved. Because
The genuine happiness on his face when he realized he got MVP was worth it.
absolutely, and like a game like that where it's so close, you assume it's decided at the end, but his impact early in the game allowed for the game to be decided so late.
Well, because he got an impact so early on in the game that it forced Dime Bougie to sort of go through a playbook, find something else that worked. They weren't able to do it. They only allowed 6 points in the first half. Even in the second half, they struggled, and they only got a score very late in the second half, which forced an onside kick. So you could tell that the game felt very different because of those early on stops.
For sure.
And in my opinion, that's why he got the MVP. He had a bigger impact. David DeAndre also had a monstrous impact defensively. You could argue he also made some key plays.
He did, absolutely.
But I feel that the play from the rusher, Zachary Albergill, really changed everything. And a lot more than what they might have transpired defensively.
And also, for Diamond Luzy in this game here, what's next for them on the horizon?
Well, they're a very strong team, a lot of potential. It's just a matter of, like we mentioned, experience, right? It's getting on these teams, and what happens when they take this play away? Where do we go? How do we change things up? How do we disguise our plays a little bit better? It's something you learn as you play at FPF. The more games you play, the more experience you get, the more as a quarterback you develop and find new plays that works for you. So I think it's just a matter of keep playing. They're a great team. They're going to be back. Right, if they play another season, they're going to be a playoff contender for sure. So it's just a matter of getting more games under their belts, and they're just going to get better and better over time.
Thank you all for joining us. Kiss My In-Laws, you are the Fall Tier 3 Championship for 2022. Thank you all for joining us. Thank you, Simo Dagenais, for joining me in the booth. For Simo and myself, Peeze, Della, Reeze, thank you all for watching.